What is poppin' fight fans? And we are on interview number 2 for the day. This is the Mystic Hour live on the MMA Island. I am Darnell Giovanni, of course, and I have the pleasure and the privilege of being joined by Mr. Five Stars himself, Trevin Jones. He fights at UFC 259, got a record of 12-6. Gonna bring him on in.
What's up, guys? How's it going? How's it going?
What's up, Trevin? How you doing, boss?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Good. How's it going down there in Guam? Everything going okay?
Everything's good. Nice and hot, Guam.
Nice and hot, Guam. It's a morning time over there, right?
Yes, it is. 9:30 a.m.
Ooh, thank you for doing this at that time. I appreciate it. Are you having any issues with the traveling, like to getting into the U.S.?
Not as of now. I heard there's some new rules for COVID testing and all that. I'm not really sure if that applies to us because Guam is a U.S. territory, but
yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and get the COVID test and everything before I leave, so there's not any problems with that at all. When I get out there to the mainland.
Awesome. Hopefully, there's no issues with you getting over here. Recently,
I just came from there, so
okay.
I just came from there. It was recently required. Now, I'll go ahead and get the COVID test, so there is no problems. But I'm not too sure if it's required for us because we are a U.S. territory. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it anyways, just to make sure everything goes smoothly.
Awesome. And recently, there was the violation for the marijuana after your last fight. But the UFC came out and they said that they're no longer giving suspensions for that. I know it was different from the Nevada State Athletic Commission, but what are your thoughts on like being able to smoke marijuana while you're a fighter?
Well, I always quit marijuana before I fight, but that fight in particular, I didn't have time to quit. It was 34 hours notice. I declared that I just smoked THC the day before the fight. I thought it would be smooth when you're declaring something like that. The UFC and USADA did not penalize me because I did declare it. So I was only penalized by the Athletic Commission, which might win. I'm not gonna go back and keep crying about someone that I took a fight on 34 hours notice. Totally, I was counted out, and I knocked him out, and I still got the win. So I'm not gonna go ahead and cry about that. They paid me my full money. I got my bonus, so I'm not going to go ahead and cry about that anymore.
Absolutely. And do you think Nevada State Athletic Commission should lift that ban?
I think they should lift it, especially that I was on 34 hours notice. I'm expecting to fight this fight, get everything nice and smooth, and then, get this win nice and smoothly, and then speak on it in front of them on camera, and then we'll see how it goes from there. Because, 34 hours notice, there was really nothing I can do.
Absolutely. And you're coming off that big win over Timur Valiev. Did you feel like the underdog in that fight?
No, well, I didn't feel like the underdog. And when I watched him, I know he was really talented. I saw his win streak. I saw the level of opponents he fought. So he was very good. Very good. I like his game. I go back and watch the fight and I watch him move and I'm like, wow, Timur was good. But at the end of the day, I still knew I had something that nobody else that he fought didn't have. I knew I had toughness. I knew I had levels of opponents on his level. I knew I fought powerful opponents, and I knew I had the power to get it done. And I knew that when you're fighting me, you only need one mistake, and a choke or a knockout will come. So at the end of the day, I wasn't at my best state, but I was still very confident, considering it was my UFC debut. I still was going in there to win. I wasn't there to lose that day.
A lot of media outlets had their comeback fight of the year or comeback fighter of the year. Do you think you should have been considered for that as well as you came back from that body shot?
Especially as good as he was, especially as the favorite he was over me. 34 hours notice. There was a lot of factors that considered me above the rest. And I should have had that slot for sure because Timur, I see the next opponents that he has a fight February 6th. He was fighting a really good guy in Juicier who just pulled out, and that guy is really good. He's also 16-2, identical records with him, and he was so much favored over him. And now he has this new Hawaiian kid that he's gonna fight on 1 week's notice. We'll see how that goes, but the odds are in his favor, like by far. He's favored over everyone. So I guess that was such a big win for me.
Yeah, and you got Randy Costa coming up at UFC 259. He's got another guy with a really good record. He's 6-1. He's looked pretty impressive lately. Where do you feel you have advantages over Randy?
I feel I have advantages over Randy everywhere. Yes, he's 6-1. Yes, he's has impressive victories, but his last opponent was 5-4. Easy to get the head kick up there when you're 5'4". I'm not 5'4". His first 4 opponents going into the UFC was not on my level. He probably fought one guy that was probably can be in the ring with me. He's been to the second round one time, and that fight he lost. So he's gonna come out. Maybe if he comes out a little hot, that might not be so smart of him because I'm durable. I'll hack that. I've been 5 rounds 3 times in my career already. I can hang in there. So I'm a bad matchup for him in a lot of ways in toughness, and also I got skills to put him away, and I got skills to choke him out. I got skills to knock him out. It's just a bad matchup for him, but at the end of the day, we got to get in there and feel each other out, and we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm very ready. It's not gonna be. I'm not in the shape that I was the last fight. I'm 10 times better than that. So, he better expect war.
Yeah, I'm glad you got more time this time to, cut the weight for it. That was 2 days notice was amazing. And this card, you have Israel Adesanya headlining against Jan Blachowicz, Amanda Nunes taking on Megan Anderson. Do you feel like a pressure to put on a certain performances because there's going to be so many people watching this card?
Pressure? No, not pressure. I just want to win. I'm out there just to win. I've had fights where they're like, oh, that was a boring fight because I needed to do what I needed to do to win. So maybe Randy might be thinking like that. He's the one that has all the first round knockouts and the first round finishes. So he's the one that needs to come out blazing. Me, I do my thing in there. I ride it out and I get the win. And I'm a very intelligent fighter. People are gonna notice how intelligent of a fighter I am. When I fought Tamir, I knew I didn't have the cardio to go out there and match Tamir straight first round, keep going with him. So I didn't try. People was like, oh, he looked not so good in the because I held back. I waited for him to get down to my cardio level and then I started fighting. And then at that, it only took one punch. Right when Tamir backed off, the fight was over. So right when he gave me the space that I needed, the fight was done. So that was his one mistake. So yeah, man, I'm a very confident and a smart fighter out there, and fans are gonna notice that over anything.
You train over there in Guam, and I've seen you train in a lot of different places, Extreme Couture, Tiger Muay Thai, I believe. Do you feel it's good to learn from different people, and it makes you a true mixed martial artist?
Yes, it's just good to mix it up with some new people, learn some new tools every once in a while. Yeah, I don't go to them consistently, but how do I say this? Every couple camps, it's good to add something new to your game. Every couple camps, and that's what I just do. Maybe every 1 year, I go to a big school, learn something new. But overall, I'm over at my home school here. They got a lot of tough guys. We're very tough. We're very durable. And for me to go out and just get the skills from these technical coaches around the world just adds to my game. New partners, and a lot of people like training with me, and a lot of people are gonna see, and a lot of my training partners are gonna see what they tell me that how talented I am.
Yeah, and you were originally born in New Orleans, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, and then now you're in Guam. What is it? How does it feel to represent Guam in the UFC? Because there hasn't been too many fighters from Guam there.
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5, 4. It feels good, man. I had to fight all the Guam guys at first, all the hard Guam guys. I fought all of them. I had to go through all of them. So I went through being the underdog my whole career. When I'm fighting here, I fought all the top guys here from amateur to pro to get the title here to move on. So, and then when I moved on, I was fighting in Japan, Korea, Russia. So I was never the favorite. I have no problem with going into the UFC over there and, oh, Trevin's gonna lose. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm used to this. I fought all the way in Russia and Grozny with a blue belt who I took with me to corner me. So I'm a very confident and talented fighter. They're gonna learn this. Like I said on March 6th, I'm coming out there, man. I'm gonna be sharp. I'm gonna be hot, and it's gonna be a tough fight for him.
Is that what you envisioned when you were younger, to be a mixed martial artist? And was there anybody specific you looked up to?
Actually, I did it. I was always in sports. I was in football. I was in rugby, and I was uh in the States it's called All State. On Guam it's called All Island. So in high school and middle school here, I was All Island in all the sports. I was very talented. I thought I'd be a football player. I was a very good running back and a very good safety. Kickoff return, punt return, I did it all. After I graduated high school, I joined the adult football league here. We won about 2 championships where we were very also good, where I also stood out. And I thought I'd be a football player, but as I got older, I knew that I was kind of a little too small, and I got invited after football to join a jiu-jitsu gym. And from there, that's where it started. I did jiu-jitsu at first. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for about almost 10 years now, and got promoted to blue belt after about 6 months, and then I got my first amateur fight, and then I'm here now.
Yeah, but was there anybody you looked up to specifically, like fighting maybe in the UFC, Bellator, any other?
Man, I like I like George St. Pierre, man. He used to win me a lot of money. George used to win me a lot of money.
Great guy to bet on.
And Manny Pacquiao used to take a lot of my money. So
you
that's
bet
how
against
it
the other
was. So yeah, I'll bet against Manny. I'll lose my money. I'll bet against George. I'll win my money back. I'll bet on George and win my money back. That's just how it was. Guam has a lot of Filipinos, and it's just easy to get that bet for Pacquiao. And I'll take it when he has tough opponents. But man, Pacquiao always took my money, man. When I didn't bet on him, he when I didn't bet against him, he actually loses. And I'm like, wow, I'm not betting against Pacquiao no more. But I like Pacquiao too. It was just easy to get bets against him because a lot of Filipinos on Guam.
Yeah, and speaking of 2 former champions, you think by this time next year you're in that top 5, about to be on the verge for a bantamweight title?
Yes, I do. I think I'll be in title contention real soon. I think I'll be after this fight. I think I'll get maybe a top 10, top 15 opponent, and then the ball's gonna be rolling from there for sure. I'll be somewhere there. I'm talented. I can fight those guys already. I know I can fight those guys already, but we're gonna let the ball play correctly, earn my money correctly, and then we'll see from there.
As you were outside the UFC and looking at the bantamweight division, was there anybody you dreamed of fighting? Maybe the TJ Dillashaw, Henry Cejudo?
Not dreamed of fighting, but
wanting to compete against.
Yes, I match my skills against him. Every fighter I watch, I match my skills against him. That's just how I am. I'm competitive like that, and I always match my fighters. Even against guys that are not in my weight class, I match my skills against. So, yeah, I do, and I see holes in their game, and I also see things that they do and I don't do. So I try to pick up off that. But there's a lot of things that I do and things that I'm good at that UFC fighters are not good at, and that's where I'm gonna bring something different to the table.
So I always wanted to ask you this question, even though your hair is a dark colored now, you usually dye it blonde now before your fight. Is that an ode to like a Tito Ortiz kind of thing? Or is that more, I'm going into war and this is kind of like war paint?
No, that was my second time ever doing that. I didn't do that for the fight. I got the call right after I dyed my hair. So it's crazy. I did not do that hair for the fight. I just had that style already. It was summer and I'm like, it's summer, let's do something different. So I threw on the hair. It was my birthday. My birthday was about a couple of days before the fight. That's why I smoked and everything, and and my THC was supposedly high. But yeah, it was my birthday before the fight in Las Vegas. What do you expect? There was nothing I can do. But yeah, that was my second time doing that. I did that for another fight on Guam before. It was pretty cool. It came out nice, and I did it again, and it came out nice. So yeah, it was dope. Just did it just to do it. It wasn't particularly for a fight. It just happened to be on fight day. And it turned out good because people noticed that. It gave me a little bit more notoriety, and I'll take it.
Yeah, and you had the dreads before, I remember. Is it anything you're going to do before this fight again? Maybe dye it a different color?
No, I'll be looking like this. I'll be looking like this for this fight.
All right, it looks good on you. The five star, that lifestyle. Tell me what that's about. How did you come up with that name?
5-star lifestyle. It's just that like middle school and stuff, I got best dressed. High school, I got best dressed. My friends always say I like nice things and all that. So when you think of 5-star, you think of like top notch everywhere. You think of good everywhere. Even my MMA game, I think I'm good in jiu-jitsu. I think I'm good in wrestling. I think I can strike. I think I can counter strike. I can do everything. So it's pretty much like 5-star, like full quality of everything. Sharpness. You're gonna get the best quality, best version, even on your worst day. Even if you don't like something about the hotel, there's gonna be something you like about it. So 5-star.
That's awesome. And besides MMA, you have any other interests besides that?
Business. I like business. I like doing business. So we'll see how it goes. Right now, I'm very focused on MMA. My whole career, I never got the chance to focus on full-time MMA. I'm probably full-time MMA only a year and a half into full-time MMA now. Before, I was still trying to earn my black belt in jiu-jitsu. So every time I fight, I put on the gi right after. Then when they call me to fight, I take off the gi. So I've been doing this for about almost 10 years now. So I say I'm only about 4.5 years in each. 4.5 years in jiu-jitsu and 4.5 years in MMA. So I'm still got room to progress, and I'm still getting better. Because I'm able to take the gi off now, because I've earned that stripe. So I'm gonna be very impressive in the UFC. I believe. I think they're gonna like me.
That's awesome. And there's 2 more questions left, Judge Jones. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate the time. While you're training in your camp, is there anybody specifically you like to listen to, music-wise?
Oh, I like Lil Baby. Lil Baby's fire. Lil Baby's fire. He gets me in the zone. But there's a lot of guys I like to listen to. Sometimes I like to turn it down. Sometimes I like to turn it up. Guam's very islandy, so they listen to a lot of island music, Bob Marley and stuff like that. But I'm American. I'm black. I'm from New Orleans. As bad as people say Guam, I'm pure New Orleans, man. I got that, I got that dirty in me, I guess to say. And and with the Guam, it mellows out that New Orleans style of mine, and it makes me perfect. Makes me a lot different, and it makes me a lot perfect. So, but when it comes down to my music, I'm still black all the way with my music. I'm still into that bump. So, my car has to have the bumps and everything. That's just how I roll. So, yeah, I'm into that Lil Baby. Lil Baby's fire.
Is that what you're gonna walk out to, a Little Baby song when you for this fight?
We'll see. We'll see. It comes down to like the last 2 weeks when I'm feeling. As time goes on, I play a lot of songs and I be spinning them all. So I'll be picking a little too early, but I'll come out with something fire. There'll be something fire.
We can't wait to hear it, of course. Trevin, this last question here. What is 3 things you're grateful for in your life?
I'm just grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be in a better position in my life to help my family. My goal in the UFC, when I think about everything that I want, I'm like, wow, Trev, you came a long way. You have a lot of things that you always wanted. So my focus is not really on myself, as bad as I have to focus on myself. I want to get my grandma a house, man. When my mom passed away, my grandma took care of 4 kids that belonged to my mom. And as an adult, I'm so grateful for that now. And now I just want to give back to her. I don't want her going away in a little apartment or anything like that. My goal is to earn my grandma her house first, and then I'll go on and take care of me. And I want to get my grandma a house and get my sisters in there with her, and then that's my first goal. So I'm grateful for my grandma to take us in as kids, and I'm grateful for the UFC to give me opportunity to be able to be in this position to do that, because I never asked for it to be given to me. The only thing I asked for is the opportunity, and now the opportunity is in front of me. I'm gonna capitalize on it. And I'm just grateful for my friends, my fans, and people behind me. I'm actually grateful for a lot of things. Just the real ones that are around you, and the people that believe in you, and the people that always motivated you when you were down and out, and the people that stuck with you when you were down and out, and the people that just know my upbringing and know that I came a long, long way. I'm grateful for all of these people.
Absolutely, Trevin. That's awesome. Let the fans know where to find you, and you'll be fighting on UFC 259.
UFC 259, Trev 5-Star Jones. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook. You can find me under Trevin Jones. And that's about it. I got a Twitter. I don't go on as much. Twitter's a little too much. Maybe I'll get on after a couple more fights. I'm just very focused right now. I'm not into going at it with people right now. I'm new in the UFC, but later on, they will heal me when they see me. I know they saw me after that Tamir fight, but when they see me this time, they're gonna be like, "Oh, here's a problem. Someone's gonna want some." So that's when I'll get on there, say what I gotta say. I only made my Twitter to tag Dana White, Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard. That's the only reason why I made a Twitter. So I do have one, but I ain't on it like that. But like I said, Facebook Trevin Jones, Instagram Trevin 5-Star Jones, or if you want to follow my regular page, that's just how I dress. The regular Trevin is The Life of Trevin Jones, 5-star lifestyle. That's me.
Awesome. I give that page a follow, of course. Trevin, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate you. Can't wait to see what you do in the cage there. Hope it's going to be an awesome performance, and we appreciate you for coming on.
Appreciate you. I really do.
Thank you, boss. Appreciate it. Hey, that's Trevin Jones right there. He fights Randy Costa at UFC 259. Don't miss it. He is exciting. He comes in there and he brings it. Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you.